Good morning, dear viewers. We are going to do an August tour today. So here at the household, we've been dealing with the summer flu, I guess, summer sicky crud. I'm the last one. I'm just coming off the end of it. So I haven't been out in the garden in at least a week. So I have no idea what state it's in, and we're going to find out together. Come join me for this early August tour. I really love these cut leaf coneflowers. They're absolutely gorgeous. One of my favorites. Tall, bright, joyous. And floppy. Usually, over the last couple of years, I have been clipping these back in the spring so they don't get quite as tall and aren't quite as floppy, but they flop anyway. So anyway, I just didn't do it this year, so you can see that one's down. My peppermint is ready. Need to come through here and do a mint harvest. It's time. You can see my peppermint ready to go. Volunteer feverfew. I should cut some of these for a vase. It'd be really pretty. What's left on my nursery table here? These are actually the lettuces I started early spring, late winter, early spring. Strawberries still haven't been potted up yet. Looking good though. Actually, I think there's one over there. These are things that live in pots. Inside, we've got a sage. It's a white sage, and another. This is definitely a Tulsi basil. Still have the Ella campaign to pot out. The Krishna Tulsi that we potted up is looking good. These flax making me some seeds. You know, some years you just don't get to everything, and I did not get to transplanting that. Look at these strawberries though. Oh, look at that. I can get it off with one hand. There we go. These are seascapes. They're so delicious. This is my native perennial bean. Can't remember the name at the moment. Everything needs a little fertilizer. You see how sort of light green it is? Just needs a little fertilizer. Another mint ready to harvest. This is our native Canada mint. And we've got some great blue lobelia. These are actually in pots from a neighbor. I need to transplant those out. And the chocolate mint is also ready for harvesting. Oh, look at these. So, first of all, my hose is still out. But take a look at these little beauties. This is a native annual lobelia. Isn't it pretty? They seed themselves around the yard. I don't have to do much. The big cluster of chocolate mint. That is Joe Pye weed, volunteer. This beauty is our native hibiscus, moscutus. This is boneset, volunteer. Here's one of the pots we did together. This is the Victoriana, I believe. Carnation, so pretty. Looks like we're about to have another. So lovely. So we've got the carnation and the chocolate mint and the petroleum. Okay, we've got our ashwagandha. This is our mother plant. Waiting on her to start making some flowers. I don't see any flowers yet. We've got oregano, thyme, and more oregano. Gosh, that's just so pretty, huh? Look at it with the purple of the mosquitos behind it. Can't wait for those to flower. Let's take a look over here at the container garden. This avocado needs a bigger pot and some nutrients. We have some lemon balm. This is our fig with figs. This is a Chicago Hardy. These are, that's a loud motorcycle. These are catalpa, northern catalpa. Got about 6 down there. They need to go in something. Clearly, stevia, more thyme, peppers. Got a bunch of peppers. Oh, look at that little one. Let's go under here and look. Look at how many peppers there are. So these are poblanos. So many poblanos everywhere. More poblanos. Those are serranos. These are Carmen Sweet Italian. Hello. Ooh, those are big. Oh, those need water. All right, we've got corn. This is the Mandan Bride corn. Actually got some corn in there growing. That's nice. The potatoes are ready. When they die back like this, it means they're ready. My little nursery of geraniums over here. Pretty as usual. I gotta pot these up. These are Peruvian ground cherries. These are the really tall ones. Obviously they're not tall right now because they're in pots. These are the things we potted up a while ago. This is lemon balm. This is stevia. Okay, here's my carrots. Growing along. This is our Rama Tulsi. We've got, this is the Vana Tulsi and the Krishna Tulsi. Need some new pots on these. All right, we got some nice cayennes. It's cayenne in a pot. That cayenne, that's its 3rd year. This is its 3rd year, 4th year. I've had it in a pot for a while. It's doing pretty good. We have a Nadapino. These are the new ones in pots. I'll be keeping these over winter too. This is a Jimmy Nardello. Looks like we've got some jalapenos, little baby ones. Serrano. There it is. What are you? I have to come around here. Carmen Italian. That's what that is. And this is, this is a Baron. Let's see. So that's what these little flowers are. Baron. That's a poblano. My rosemary, still looking a little sad. Gotta sort that out. Roman chamomile. 2 new rosemaries. More oregano. More lemon balm. Oh, look. So these are the other ground cherries. Let's open one of these up. Okay, a little yellow fruit on the inside. These are really little. It's like a mango tomato. These Aunt Molly's taste also a little bit like honeysuckle. I don't get that flavor from the other ones. That's yum. Okay, I'm gonna collect these. Put these in my pocket. Yeah, so pretty nice back here. All right, let's go over here. I haven't shown you much of this, but she's a pretty one here. This is a fringe tree. How dark those stems are. And she didn't come back, or a lot of her didn't come back over the winter. See this dead branch? So she started out from the base again. Started regrowing. We were a little worried. I should give her some water. I think this winter we want to move this fringe tree to a different location, actually. So she may not stay there. Arborvitaes. Well, I think these are actually the neighbors' arborvitaes. Beautiful, right? My Crimson King maple. Blueberries. I gotta tend to these a little better, y'all. We need like a blueberry cage. Really nice blueberries. I gotta prune this one. Just look at that though. Oh, I love it. Such a pretty tree. So we're gonna go down past the garden to the street front. We're gonna do the street front first because it's usually really nice in the morning light. And here is my street front. 200 feet of locally native plants. Well, mostly locally native plants. Most of which I grew from seed. Look at that. Look how full it is. Oh. So this is boneset, Eupatorium. The Helenium, about to flower. The Helenium. This is an Agastache. It's supposed to be a deep purple variant. Planted that one last year, that Agastache. All right, what do we have? This is the seed heads for Penstemon digitalis. They are lovely, so pretty. Seed heads for the button bush. I need to do a little editing through here. Okay, so some of these button bush, maybe the very lower branches, I may trim up a little bit. Oh, great blue lobelia. Just getting started. That's the button bush behind. A bunch of little things. I think there's a flat-topped aster over here, but I don't think that's it. Oh. Looks like the monkey flower finished up already. This is an obedient plant. She'll be pink in a minute. Just look at that. Buttonbush is such a beautiful plant. All right, so up behind this buttonbush, I've got a lot of, I think this is Solidago rugosa, and I'm gonna harvest this entire patch. I'll get those early blooms up there, clip them back, and then I'll probably dig the roots later. It's pretty aggressive, this one, so I'm not gonna let it stay right here. Edit a little bit. Let's see what else we got down here. Little things. That looks like one of the St. John's worts. I've had some rabbits up here and voles, and they have eaten a bunch of stuff. So I used to have more things along here. Some of them got eaten. The Great Northern Iris, however, was looking great. Flowered beautifully earlier this year. I have another one. Another one over here. Giving me really nice seeds. There we go, really nice seeds. Okay. Is this a turtle head? White turtle head, maybe? I've been sick, y'all. I can't remember all these things. That, I think that's the skullcap, Mad Dog skullcap. Good, glad to see it making its way up. This is rose milkweed, swamp rose milkweed. Not in a swamp, actually, as you can see. Nice and happy here on the street front. This section of my street front does get a little bit more water because the garden is just right behind it. I don't necessarily water it on purpose, but I'm sure it stays a little bit more moist. Let's see. Look at that. Star of the show, buttonbush. Calico aster. This is calico aster. Look at that. This is a monkey flower here. There we go. Why can't we focus? There we go. Pretty, huh? Another sneezeweed. Helenium. We've got a, so this little leafy thing here. This is a baptisia. There's supposed to be baptisias dotted all along through here. They're pretty small though. Let's see if I can find you any more. Well, I didn't find you that, but I found some bittersweet. This is an invasive plant. Found a milkweed with some caterpillar frass. That would be a monarch somewhere. Don't see her though. Let's see. Those little stems right there, that's the steeple bush. You see the seed heads there? Pretty. Those will get bigger, and you'll be able to see them a little better in between the button bush as they grow. This is a verbena volunteer. I did not plant it here in the pavement. Look how precious those little flowers are. This is histata, I think. Oh, look at the little tiny bee. Oh, so pretty. Let's go up. So we've got some more histata right there. That's the verbena. These are almost done. And up behind it, way up there, that's the New York ironweed. Verona, I think. Don't quote me on that. Down here, we got another monkey flower. So cute. We got some, okay, see, the rabbits have been eating on that. I think that's, I'm not sure what that is actually. Let's see. Goldenrod. This is the original patch of Virgosa. Need to edit some of those. Okay, over here we've got a lot of milkweed. So we've got some Bittersweet seed heads and steeplebush seed heads. Those are cousin plants right there. Spirea alba and Spirea tomatosa. This is a tiny shaded little butterfly weed down here. Oh, look. Those big blue wasps, I think they're called spider hunters? I don't remember. They're a native solitary wasp species. They're beautiful, shimmery blue. This is Virginia mountain mint. So pretty. Okay, and here is the regular agastache. The other one was a dark purple. This is a regular. I think this is the Agastache S. Scrophularifolia. I'm probably doing that wrong. Oh, we'll have to go up and around. This is wild senna, wild yellow senna. Hebecarpa, I think. Time for an elderberry harvest. Clearly. Let's go up this way. You see the elderberries? Little guy. There's the senna. And I should be able to get you a look at the New York ironweed from up here. Just up here, this is our redbud, eastern redbud. Flowers beautifully in the spring. And we have our dogwood. We'll come back down to the street front. Let's see what we have down here. Okay. This is the scented goldenrod, Solidago odora. A little bit more back there. hiding in here. This is, I think, more penstemon. This might be hirsutus. No, that's going to be digitalis too, because this is digitalis over here. Look at that. Got some little tiny things. That's another, let's see, that's another agastache, and that is a giant St. John's wort. And another little tiny senna. Along in here, lots of space to work with eventually. Not doing too much. I do have tenuifolium. This is a mountain mint, tenuifolium. And I have a tiny little rose. This is Rosa Carolina, I think. And this one back here is Rosa Blanda. I started these from seed. They'll get bigger next year, I think. We're coming to the halfway point down the road here. So this is my hell spot. It's the section between the road and the driveway. So we've got goldenrod, volunteer goldenrod. One of my all-time favorites. This is spotted bee balm. Behind it, this is another clustered mountain mint. Okay, it's coming along. When you start things from seed, they take a little while. This is a fairly well-established steeple bush. We have some grass-leaved goldenrod, geranium, maculata maybe, native geranium, threadleaf coreopsis. The rabbits have eaten almost all of one of my favorites. This is smooth aster. I've got one plant. Look how silvery. And it'll have little purple flowers if it doesn't get eaten. Behind it, this is New England aster. It'll get big and have deep purple flowers. We have sweet fern. I need to come through and edit some of the sweet fern. It's growing into my cactus. Cactus looking happy though. This is our native cactus. Eastern cactus. Yarrow. Little frondy texture down here. Let's see. These are the seed pods of the butterfly weed. That's it there. And this is a cinquefoil. Prairie cinquefoil? I think this is tall cinquefoil. Yeah. Looking good. A little echinacea up there going over. Let's just pop around this top corner for a second. Take a look at the echinacea. These are the lance leaf coreopsis. Still giving me some color. And the Solomon seal leaves, really pretty. I will eventually move those so that they're a little closer to the driveway over here. All right, we'll go back down. Look at this juniper. Look at that. Loaded. All right, this is the driest section of my street front through here. So I got lots of dry loving plants. Let's see what we've got. Milkweed, butterfly weed. Ooh. That's Pearly Everlasting. Let's see. Ooh, prairie thistle. Showy goldenrod. More thistle with, I think those are ants mining the aphids there. Ants farming the aphids. Last year's thistle. Ah, yes, here. So this is a showy goldenrod. It's beautiful, and it is loving its life. Look, I got volunteers. It's seeding itself in here. I love it. I love it. Seriously? Okay, we got a patch of pussy toes. Looking happy down here. Down here by my fire hydrant. Some more. I definitely need to start more pussy toes and plant them down here. That'd be really pretty. All right. So I think from here on the street front, we'll walk up through here, the orchard, and just take a look around. All right, so I can back up so you can see everything here. These are our fruit trees down here. I've got 2 peaches, 1 peach, 2 peach, 2 plums, 1 plum, 2 plum. Sorry, pears. That's a pear, and that's a pear. And then I have plums, 1 down there, and the one way at the top is a pear. But this is Red Haven peach. Is it a Red Haven? Yep, Red Haven. Got a couple of peaches on there for me. Look at that peach. All the trees are doing really good. Big beautiful crab apple tree. Lovely old lady. This is the native beach plum. Maritima. Just installed this last year. Go through. Let's see what we got. I have not done much with this at all this year. This shade bed over here. Planted some things in it. I scoped them out. They're little, not much to look at as of yet. Lots of volunteer goldenrod. Lots of invasive species. Gotta sort that out. But here, let me back you up. Crab apple tree. And we can turn and look back. We got our little pathway. This is a sedge over here. This is not grass, it's just sedge. And the little leafy things are Canada Mayflower. And then these little darker ones, those are partridge berry. Those are both native plants. Ooh. So this, I think that this is Carex blanda. Okay. But over here, I think this is Pennsylvania sedge. Pretty sure. Got some work to do. Okay, here's our other fruit trees. We've got 2 apples here and here. And we have some hazelnuts back here. They're looking great. Look at this hazelnut. There's a weed in there too. But this, here, let me zoom you in. This one actually has hazelnuts. Look at those. Yeah, I know, we gotta get these cages off. We're behind. Gardeners are behind. All right, we got a patch of bramble back here. This is these are wild black raspberries. Okay. Our stems are gorgeous. The blackberries are done though. Here we go. White snake root, I think. Pretty little flowers. Loving its life over here. My Grand Dame sugar maple. Look at her. She's about 200 years old. Maybe not quite, 180. Something like that. This whole forest behind her, this is mostly sugar maples back here. Oh, it's so much cooler over here in the shade. I have this really nice spot back here that I think it would be great for like a little seating area. It's always shady. It'd be really nice in the summer, I think. We want to move this wood pile, probably move it back here a little further, tuck it in, and do like a little work area. Yeah, we'll see. The woods back here, I just love it. All right, we're gonna go around front. Here. So there's our trees. So we're gonna go check out the vegetable beds over here. Looks lovely, doesn't it? Man, noisy. This Father's Day tree started from seed, is almost as tall as I am. That's started 2020, I think. So about 5 years old. Lots of pumpkins and winter squash. So this is either a Hubbard or a butternut. I think that's a long pie. We got a delicata. Got some tomatoes. Sunflowers. Lots of tomatoes. Look at all of these. Ooh, I've got a ripe one. Gotta get that one. Let's see. Lots of tomatoes to come. That is a carnival acorn squash. That squash flower. It's another acorn squash. Delicata. Delicata. Lots of delicata. Got some carnations here. Those are gonna bloom soon. More delicata. That's a long pie. Let's see. These are the giant gray stripe sunflowers over here. Ooh, that looks like a pumpkin. That'll be a pumpkin. Finally. I haven't seen any female pumpkins, any female flowers on my Big Macs here, but they'll either come or they won't. Lots of lovelies. Look at this one. More tomatoes. Okay, we got another pumpkin. Exciting. Gotta get out here and pick some of these. Look, it's a delicata. That was lovely. Okay. Okay, right over here I have a mess. It's a pokeweed. It's Verbena officinalis. A lavender among the weeds. This is smartweed. Gotta clear that out. Elecampane back there. Oh, let me give you a little elecampane here. There we go. Super tall. Had beautiful yellow flowers. I get some more established and I can dig those roots. Let's see. Wormwood. Okay. That's the native clematis. Working its way through. This is some sort of verbena. Uglinosa maybe? Can't remember which of the verbenas have the white flowers. It's a volunteer. It's not where I planted it, but I'm pretty sure that is Uglinosa. Uglinosa? I don't know, however you pronounce that. Some yarrow, some weeds. Feverfew finished. All right. We got some popping corn. Let's see, coming along. Oh, yes. Prescott Fond Blanc. I think there's some more female flowers out there. Okra. Need to harvest that okra. Let some of the lettuce go to seed. This is the apricot lemonade. A little worse for wear here. Oh, the lisianthus. This is the rose. It's gonna bloom shortly. Hill Country Red okra. Let's step out this way. So these are all melons. I think these are Prescott Fond Blancs over here. And then we've got some more melons. Amish paste, Halona. Now the rabbits have been getting in here and eating the vines. So I don't have as many as I would like, which is kind of a bummer. They're doing all right. I've got one watermelon left. Is it in frame? Yes. Last watermelon. Rabbits. Chamomile. The first flush chamomile is done. That's the ones that overwintered. And then the ones that I planted in the spring are back here. Putting off flowers still. See? That's a pretty picture right there. Grass I haven't mowed. I didn't keep up too well with this this little section over here. I gotta figure out how to get annuals to sort of look good all at the same time. I'm kind of hoping that when it starts to cool down a little bit in the fall. Beautiful individual flowers though. Look at that. I have a feeling that area is going to take off soon. Japanese maple. And here's my other spot over here. These Cape daisies are beautiful. Look. And the cosmos are doing great. I'm gonna have another zinnia shortly. But, you know, it fills this bed, so I'm okay with that. All right, if we take a look back here, this saucer magnolia still throwing blooms. And again, one of my favorites, the cutleaf coneflower. Look at this thing. All right, I'm hot and tired. I'm gonna take a break. I'm still recovering from being sick, so I'm gonna get out of the hot sun here. And we've got a lot more to show you. I've got this whole bed down and around, and the whole big vegetable garden. But I think I'll put that in a second video. So I'll say bye for this one and see you shortly. Bye.